All right. Cincinnati's Q102, Jeff and Jen. It's a special edition of the Jeff and Jen Morning Show on Give Independence Day, guys.
I know, you guys. I want to thank everybody in this room for being here today and supporting this whole big idea that my friend Lynn came up with. And she called me about this and said, hey, I thought this might be a really neat idea. And from the minute I heard it, I was like, oh my God. This is so brilliant, because what we want so very, very much for our community of individuals, teens, and adults living with a developmental disability is we want them to be able to have the same freedom to live their lives the way that we get to live ours. And for those who don't know my entire story, the reason that this is so very important to me is I have a 16-year-old son, Jacob, who has autism. And Jacob is the love and the light of my life. I mean, I never could have imagined how the fear of his autism diagnosis in the very beginning would eventually become the greatest gift in my world. He is 100% pure joy. His smile melts my heart, and his laugh is infectious. He's got my sense of humor, so of course I think he's the funniest person on the planet. There's nothing better than hearing him tell somebody that they need to straighten up and fly right, or when he calls his dad a ding-dong. He loves infrastructure, figuring out all the different ways we can get to one place, color by number, having theme parties at our house for his friends, and field trips. He's vigilant about getting permission slips signed and returned to school the very next day. He loves volunteering at Matthew 25 Ministries and the Free Store Food Bank. Just ask him, and he will tell you that he works hard. Jacob went to summer camp when he was a little guy at Easter Seals. He'll be a junior at Autism Services at the Children's Home of Cincinnati in the fall. He went to music, art, and drama camp last week with Melodic Connections. And there will come a day when a community created by the Ken Anderson Alliance will become his home. Jacob and I have lived in our house for over 15 years, so it's the only home that he has ever really known. Jacob has never been a big fan of change, and even though he's become much more flexible over the years, he's never been open to even having a conversation about moving. And then one day, he was in the bathtub, and I was sitting on the bathroom floor talking to him. He'd been to a few Ken Anderson Alliance events, and he's familiar with the organization and what they're doing. I told him about the live, work, play community that they're building. I gave him all the details about where it's going to be and the house he and I could live in together and the jobs he could have and what kinds of things he could do for fun and how he would have friends who lived next door and we would be surrounded by other families just like ours. He was staring me straight in the eye with piqued interest as I told him the story of his possible future. I told him that we hoped the community would be ready to move into in 2022. And then I asked him if he thought if that sounded cool. And he gave me that huge smile of his, you know, the one that goes all the way up to that sparkle in his eyes. And he looked at me and he said, sell Mom's house in 2022.
Oh.
So when I find myself falling into the fear of what will happen to my sweet, precious boy when the day comes that I'm no longer here to be his voice, his calm in any storm, and his safest place, I remember that bathtub smile. And I am so grateful that the Ken Anderson Alliance exists. As their vision and passion becomes reality, I feel an immeasurable comfort about my Jacob's life as an adult. He will have a job that he enjoys. He will have friends and lots of things to go and do with them. And he will live in a place where everyone knows him, understands him, and will keep him safe from harm. But isn't that what every parent wants for their child? The big difference here is families like mine, ones with a child who has a developmental disability, we can't do that without your help. So on this first ever Give Independence Day, I'm asking you to not only give money, but also give us families the peace of mind, knowing that our special kids are going to be okay. So thank you guys. This is the only time I'm going to do this all day because it makes me just want to go and take a nap. But it means the world all of the support that we've already gotten for this new holiday. And thank you for all the donations yet to come. Hope to talk to you on the phone requesting your favorite song, or hope you buy a t-shirt, or hope you buy a raffle ticket to meet Niall Horn. So whatever you do, thank you, and happy Give Independence Day.
And by the way, you can get your song on for $25. You got to give us a call. Have your credit card ready. 513-749-2320. It's $25 a song. We do have quite a few lined up, so if you'd like to be a line jumper and skip the line, we can do that for you for at least $100, or for $1,000 we could arrange an entire hour of the songs you want played. So get on it right now. We got to take a break here, but 513-749-2320 is the phone number here, and you take credit cards. In the meantime, we take a break here. We check the roads. Here's Toria.